Let us discuss finding the energy density of electrostatic field. To find energy in the assembly of charges, let us find work required to assemble all the charges. Consider a free surface in the sense which is not having any point charges, and 3 point charges. Let us assume Q1, Q2, Q3, which are at infinity. The work required to move uh, Q4 from infinity to the work required to move Q3 from infinity to the work required to move Q1 from infinity to P1 is W1 equal to 0, as initially there is no charge in the surface. Therefore E bar equal to 0. Therefore W1 equal to minus Q1 integral E bar dot dl bar equal to 0. The work required to move Q2 from infinity to P2, which is shown in figure, is W2 equal to Q2 into V21, where V21 is potential at P2 due to Q1. The work required to move Q3 from infinity to P3 is W3 equal to Q3 into V32 plus V31, where V32 is potential at P3 due to potential at P3 due to Q2, and V31 is potential at 3 due to Q1. Therefore WE equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3. W1 is 0, W2 is Q2 V21 plus Q3 into V32 plus V31. Suppose if we move initially Q3 from infinity to free surface at P3, then work required is W3 equal to 0. Then work required to move Q2 from infinity to P2, W2 equal to Q2 into V23. Work required to move Q1 from infinity to P1 is W1 equal to Q1 into V12 plus V13. Therefore total work done is W equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3 equal to 0 plus Q2 into V23 plus Q1 into V12 plus V13. Adding these two equations, we get 2WE equal to Q1 V1 plus Q2 V2 plus Q3 V3, where V1 equal to V12 plus V13, V2 equal to V21 plus V23, V3 equal to V32 plus V31. So WE equal to half into Q1 V1 plus Q2 V2 plus Q3 V3, where V1 is potential at P1 due to Q2 and Q3, V2 is potential at P2 due to Q1 and Q3, V3 is potential at P3 due to Q1 and Q2. If we have n number of charges, the work required to bring them from infinity to a surface which is initially 0 charge is WE equal to half into summation k equal to 1 to n qk vk. If the surface is having continuous charge distribution, then the above equation becomes WE equal to half integral line integral rho L V dl for line charge distribution, WE equal to half surface integral rho S V ds for surface charge distribution, WE equal to half into volume integral rho V dV for volume charge distribution according to Maxwell's first equation. Rho V equal to del dot d bar. Therefore WE equal to half volume integral del dot d bar into V dV. We know del dot A bar V equal to A bar dot del V plus V del dot A bar, where A bar is a general vector scalar, general vector, and V is a scalar, therefore del dot A bar V equal to del dot A bar V minus A bar dot del V, that is del dot D bar into V equal to del dot D bar V minus D bar dot del V. Therefore, W equal to half volume integral del dot D bar V minus D bar dot del V into dV. So, W equal to half volume integral del dot D bar V dV minus half volume integral del dot D bar del V dV. According to divergence theorem, the first integral can be written as W equal to half surface integral d bar V dot ds bar minus half volume integral d bar dot dv del V dv. For point charge, yes, the potential V is proportional to 1 by r, E bar is proportional to 1 by r square. For dipoles, the potential V is proportional to 1 by r square and E bar is proportional to 1 by r cube. Surface ds is proportional to r square. If we consider the point charges, the product of V and E bar is 1 by r cube, and product of D bar and D bar V and ds bar for very large surface, the first integral will become 0. D bar V very large surface, the first integral will become 0. Therefore, W equal to minus half volume integral D bar dot del V dV minus half volume integral D bar of del V is minus E bar dV equal to half volume integral D bar dot E bar dV. D bar equal to epsilon naught E bar. Energy W equal to half volume integral epsilon naught E bar dot E bar dV joules. The energy density joules per meter cube is dWe by dV equal to half epsilon naught E square equal to capital WE joules per meter cube energy density, whose unit is joules per meter cube.